Well, guys, guess where I'm headed? Natchez Trace. Now I'm at the Natchez Trace Visitor Center. A really nice place, man. I'm gonna go in and stretch my legs before I start the 400+ mile ride. And yeah, let's go inside. Oh, it's nasty business, guys. Pardon. Crazy. $18.27. Wow, they had themselves a real duel here. Tell you what, man, we think we got it bad now. I don't know. I don't think so. Guys, you have no idea. This is a really nice place. They can give you a ton of information, and it's free, you know? But the Mississippi River out there, very nice, man. Very nice. So let's keep going. Very nice. Wow. Oh, dude, I'm just missing a boat. Tugboat going down the river. But guys, I'm telling you, man, this is a really nice stop. I mean, this visitor center, until I started going over there to Texas, man, this is probably the biggest one I've ever seen. But yeah, guys, if you're ever in the area, you want a place to stop, use the restroom, stretch your legs, this is a good place. This is a very nice place. But guys, when it came to this trip, man, I mean, it was short notice. I mean, if you'd asked me a week ago if I was gonna be riding that Trace, I'd have said no, there's no way. Got other stuff, but because of change of plans and things opening up, you know how it happens. So that's why I'm here. But guys, I appreciate you watching, and I hope you stay along for the ride. Okay guys, before I get on the Natchez Trace, so a few years ago, I went to the Walmart in Natchez, Mississippi, and when I pulled up and I parked, I saw that truck, and I was like, how's that truck not have a fender? The battery wasn't strapped down? I was like, man, people just trying to make it. I thought it was the funniest thing ever. Okay, Emerald Mound. It's crazy to think that these people move this much dirt. But my gosh, man, with enough time, that just shows you could do anything. Now, when I first started coming here, they had stairs, but the dirt eroded away around it and underneath it, so I see they've taken it down. This is what it used to look like, though. Yeah, crazy, man, that they built all this. It's awesome. I think those people that were here when I pulled up had the right idea. I think I'm gonna go ahead and snack, because I know I haven't ate since yesterday evening after making the drive from over there from Austin. So yeah, I'm gonna get a snack. Oh my gosh, filet mignon. Oh, sandwich. Tell you what, man, it's gonna be a nice day today, guys. It's gonna be real nice. Real nice. That's one thing I learned taking a lot of these trips. Pack yourself some food, especially if you like to eat as much as I do. Let's just be honest. Man, that's one thing I miss. Seeing all the different colored leaves, you know? Don't get me wrong. I love where I live now. I really do. I enjoy it. But I'd be lying to you if I told you that I don't miss seeing the leaves and whatnot change colors and even fall from the tree. Okay, save the rest for later. Let's keep riding. All right, guys, so I'm on my way to Windsor ruins. This was an old plantation home that burned down, and I'm always so impressed every time I see it, man. So yeah, I'm excited to show it to you guys. But I tell you what, on the way there, there's these deep, like holes, pits, whatever you want to call it, on the sides of the roads. And yeah, I'm gonna try to get a few of these on film. Like there's one, and there's another one on the other side. But some of these are so deep, man. Like I guess I just didn't film some of the deeper ones, but it's all along this road, man. Really neat. So I'm guessing with the plantation's on the right side of the road, and on the left side, you can't see it, but the Mississippi River is just on the other side of those trees. So those guys, whatever they grew, farmed, then they shipped it up the Mississippi. Well, here it is, guys. Windsor ruins. Believe it or not, man, this was a huge house. Huge. Several years ago, they didn't have this fence up. So yeah, I mean, that's different, but for the most part, man, they've been able to keep the columns intact. So what happened was there was a fire, man, but that took the house. So let's just walk around. Okay, so this kind of gives you an idea of how big it was. Real neat though, man. All that iron up there, pretty neat. But man, can you believe, you know, how much land? And it's not like it's just swampland. I mean, a lot of this is really good land, guys. This is a nice size house. My goodness. I just would have never imagined. Golly, even back then in the 1800s. Oh, wow. Tore another hole. Well, that's unfortunate. But a little bit better view, maybe. Alright guys, so right now we're in, what's this, Rocky Springs. It's mile marker 54. You can bring your RV here, or you could camp in a tent. It's pretty accommodating, man. Don't get me wrong, there's, as far as like camping sites, like tent sites where there's electric, it's not really electric, but they do have restrooms here, and it's pretty spaced out. I mean, there's only like one guy in this parking lot pulling up to here, so pretty neat. So as you can see, spring stopped flowing, but you had Civil War, yellow fever, insects destroying the crops, and poor land management. So destroyed this area. There you go, established in 1837, or this church was built. Okay, now the thing says 1835, so hey man, it's old. But this area, man, it's crazy. You know, it's crazy. It's just unfortunate that it didn't work out for those settlers. I don't know about you guys, but once you start setting up a place and, you know, you're trying to make a homestead out of it, not that I've ever built a homestead, but I've had several home projects. Let me tell you, man, it's an undertaking. It takes time. It takes a lot of manpower, especially if it's only you or one other person. Okay, wow. So the population in 1860 was 2,600 people. Well, today, unfortunately, 0. Wow, no more kidding. I had to get out of Dodge. This is one of the stern. This is one of the safes. Wow. So it says during the mid-1800s, the existence of a church, post office, lodge, and some stores, shops. Wow, all was pretty close to here. I can believe it, man. Right now I'm passing through Jackson, guys. So this is the Bennett Reservoir. Real nice place, man. You can see, you can pull over here on the right side and get your relax on. Well, guys, made it to Tupelo, and guess whose house I'm at? Elvis Presley's. Well, at least that's where he was, his birth house. So pretty neat, man. Pretty neat. Tell you what, man, there's a lot of history in a lot of these states that we think are just flyover, you know, but sometimes you just got to slow down and, you know, check them out. You go ahead, Elvis. You did that, man. You just never know, guys. Never know. Very nice. Very nice. Well, guys, I'll be honest with you. I think for me, that's about it for me today. I'm gonna see if I can locate a hotel and get some food and chill out. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, it was a good day yesterday of riding. Saw Elvis Presley's place, or his birthplace. Stopped at the Natchez Trace Visitor Center, which, guys, I can't recommend that place enough. If you're going through the area, stop there. They're good people. They definitely want to make sure that you're accommodated and you have everything you need to do things in the area. Okay, looks like I'm all packed up, so I'll tell you what, man, putting the saddle on the motorcycle this morning, I imagine that is how it is when you put the saddle on a horse, man. So enjoy it. A lot of fun, man. But yeah, like I say, well, today I'm hoping to make a couple of stops and hopefully stop at a nice cafe towards the end. All right, guys, let's get to it. All right, what's going on, guys? So leaving the hotel in the morning, man, I'm so glad the sun was out. When I got to the hotel the night before, man, it was pouring down, raining, lightning and thundering. So I'm just so grateful that the skies cleared up and the roads are in good condition, man. So, but I tell you what, man, I feel like I'm in my element here. I love the Natchez Trace. I love that it has so many places you can pull off and sightsee, learn history, and it's not too packed, it's not too crowded. So that's what I really like about this, because I can do this during the summer, winter, it doesn't matter, man. It's just always a nice time to go for a ride on the Natchez Trace. All right, guys, well, Tennessee River, I'm almost there, guys, almost there. Crossed into Alabama not too long ago. There was a detour that took me off the trace for a little while, and I contemplated, did I really want to, accept that it was a detour? But something told me, Dan, when they shut down the trace, they were working on it. And sure enough, when you take some of these side roads, and when you're on the trace, you notice there are all these roads, these little bridges that go underneath the trace every now and then. And sure enough, I saw tons and tons of work trucks, so I would have had to turn around anyway. But yeah, Tennessee River, guys, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful river. This is a nice little spot. That's what I love about the trace. There's tons of spots just like this. It just so happens that right now I have a whole thing to myself, which is, hey, it's pretty awesome. But regardless, if there was other people, we all would have enough room to do our thing. So that's what I appreciate about the trace. And then if you don't like this stop, hey, sure enough, a few more miles down the road, you're gonna find something that suits your needs. Well, guys, I am ready to get to Loveless Cafe. So all right, guys, I just pulled off to just take a quick break, and it's the tobacco farm. Tell you what, man, that's what I love about this country. I appreciate us trying to preserve things like this, man. I really do appreciate it. Pretty neat. Pretty neat. Wow. Okay. Makes sense. So just hang it up and let it dry. Cool, man. That is cool. Okay. Air cure for 4 to 6 weeks. All right, all right. I tell you what, guys, I know the first time I ever went down the trace, I immediately said I have to buy some land off of the trace somewhere, and I still kind of feel like that. Don't ask me how I'm gonna get all this money to buy this land everywhere, but somehow, some way, I gotta make it happen. But isn't it nice? Like I say, guys, if you're trying to think of trips that you can take, look, this definitely should be on your list. I mean, how convenient is it that they have everything marked out, and all you have to do is just drive or ride? It's been several times I went down the trace with friends, family, and everybody's had a blast every time, man.
So I didn't notice when I first pulled off to look at the tobacco farm, but behind it you had access to the old trace, and I've always passed signs that said, "Hey, Old Trace here," while I'm going up the Natchez Trace, but I never had a chance to actually ride on it. So I thought it was so cool that they still had a section maintained well enough to where a car, truck, whatever could say they went down the Old Trace. A road that was built so long ago, man. So of course I had to go down. Unfortunately, it wasn't very long, but hey, man, I can say I took part and I was able to ride it, man. So I hope you guys can too. Well, guys, the ride on the Trace is starting to come to an end. I'm already in Tennessee, and I know I only have a few miles left. Once you get over this bridge here, it's all downhill. But I want to let you know, man, I enjoyed this ride. Even though it was a little chilly out some days, it was still so enjoyable, man. Very peaceful. Very, very peaceful, man. Plenty of things to see. And speaking of seeing, this bridge that I'm going over, that's it right there. Very nice, man. Let me tell you, what a nice way to end the Trace. Plus, towards the end, the last few miles are fairly curvy, man. So it's kind of a nice send off before you're off the Trace.
All right, guys. Well, I'm at Loveless Cafe. I made it. Man, magnificent grounds. Very nice. And I even picked up some goodies to bring back some biscuit mix. So, guys, this is the real deal here.
Man, guys, love this freaking ride. From Natchez, Mississippi to Nashville, Tennessee. Hard to beat. Guys, get out there and ride. Don't cheat yourself, treat yourself. You owe it to yourselves. Guys, please be good to yourselves. Whatever it is you want to do, go out and do it. Because it is a must, because you have to. Alright, guys. Well, I hope I see you guys again. Y'all take care.